Hey guys, this is Reddy here, and welcome to the show. On this episode, I have an awesome guest, and her name is Manilyn Mar. Manilyn, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Raghu. Hi, how are you?
Fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing really great, really good. Thank you.
Fantastic. So, Manilyn, where are you located?
I am from Cebu City, Philippines.
Wow, that's really good. Wonderful, wonderful place. So, Manilyn, what do you do?
That's an interesting question. I'm quite doing a lot of things. Prior to this pandemic, I run a business in the Philippines. I am also into law school. I'm in my final years in law school now. I am a mother of three, and I am doing AXA Philippines as financial advisor part-time, 4 years. So that's one MDRT, one COT, and two TOT as a part-time.
Wow, that's fantastic. That's really wonderful, and congratulations for that.
Thank you.
In such a short period of time, you achieved this leadership position. So, how has your journey been for these last 4 years?
Last 4 years in the industry has really been great. I would say it's fun. It's satisfying in a sense because, and it's satisfying and fulfilling in a sense because when I joined, I really didn't see myself in the industry. I was more of I didn't have any sales and insurance background as a seller. My insurance background is more of a client. So when something really happened in the family in 2006, that's where I get to understand that, okay, the importance of insurance. And the journey has really, really been very satisfying in a sense that you're able to reach out to as much people as you can and, making them understand the value of having insurance and securing families and lives. It's really fulfilling.
Wow, that's really fantastic. Wonderful, wonderful. So, when you came into the field, you faced a lot of struggles, definitely. So, the question is,
Right.
how did you overcome that struggle?
I am a very straightforward person. I know the reason why I am in this industry. And when I am very focused on the reason why I am here. So I am talking about this is because sometimes when you do, when you do your work, we tend to be like, are we enjoying what we do? Do we love what we do? Are we happy with the people we work with? Are we happy with the compensation? There are so many considerations that, we take into account. But in my case, I have a very straightforward approach. Like I always have this in mind that, before we can be noble to other people, to serve other families, I have also to make sure that in everything that I do, I'm also becoming noble to my family that I'm serving at home. I am saying this because focusing on that, why I'm here, I am very detached to what I do. I am not emotional. So if there is a rejection, I'm not really emotionally affected about it. If there are, challenges that you face through, you just like go on with the next and learn to, you have to just evaluate as to what went wrong, how you can improve, and then just, I detach myself to it and then just learn from it and then just go on. Nothing really big that I don't want to do this anymore because we eat rejection for breakfast, we eat rejection for lunch and dinner. So just do what you do and just keep doing what you do. If it's for you, then it's meant for you.
Wow, that's really fantastic and a good way of going forward. Fantastic. So, what's your driving force? What really keeps driving you? What's your why?
What's my why? I think before going to my why, it's I want to address first why I am here in the industry. Because to be very honest, just like many of the financial advisors, I think, I really didn't know why I got to AXA Philippines. I really didn't know why I get into the insurance industry itself because I really didn't, I have to be very honest, I really didn't envision myself to be, selling insurance, be an insurance agent or be a financial advisor. When I was invited to join, it was easy to say yes with no particular reason why you joined, but you just cannot say no. You get me? So you just cannot say no. And then it just so happened that in 2016, I was at the point of my life wherein I felt I am too dependent on the business that we run here in the Philippines. I was somehow lost as to can I still do something about can I still do something that's really myself? So I went to India. I did some volunteer work for someone who's running a business as myself. It's going to be it's kind of like sufficient or significant amount of time to be away from the business and to be doing some volunteer work. But when I get there, I get to realize I cannot there. The one I mentioned earlier, I cannot be doing something for other people. I cannot be noble to other people without becoming noble to the people I left at home. I am saying that because when you do some of this community volunteer or things, of course you stop doing the business and it somehow affects what you can give to the people that's relying on you at home. So my very why is I have very high ambitions for the family itself, for my kids. They are really like, they are the reasons why I'm very motivated. I have so big dreams. I have so much dreams for myself that, I am very intentional, I would say, as to what I want to achieve. I'm very intentional about it, that every day I wake up and I know where I'm heading. That is my very why. I know what I want in life. I know what I want to give to my family. I know what I want to give to myself. And that is my driving force, why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Wow, that's really fantastic. Wonderful, wonderful. Since you talked about your dreams, so my question is, what's your vision for the future?
My personal vision is to actually use myself as somehow that would give an impact or would really uplift other women, to empower other women, may it be discussion about parenthood, motherhood, from, falling rock bottom to bouncing back, to financial education, to investment planning. There's just so many, hatred that's going on around the world. It's time for us women to be helping each other and to be empowering each other. And I that's my personal vision, to be someone who can impact really other women's lives or other people's lives in whatever inspiring way I can do.
Well, that's really fantastic. Wonderful. You want to be an influencer and make a difference in other women's lives. That's really wonderful. Wonderful
But
vision there.
what's intriguing and somewhat interesting. I am a very competitive person as well. The reason perhaps why I became MDRT, COT, and TOT. But I always believe that we can always shine without blowing other people's candle. So it's best that we really get to lift each other up and be in whatever means possible, be an impact and influence other people's lives who look up to you as well.
Wow, that's really fantastic. Wonderful to hear about that. So, what have you been doing during this lockdown period?
I actually didn't expect it's going to take this long, especially from where I came from. So in Cebu City, we've been locked down for quite some time already, like 4 months or more. I thought this was just going to be very short. Again, I'm just really taking this very rare opportunity of just taking a break, spending time with the family. With this lockdown, I've learned, as I mentioned earlier, we've long been hearing about, saving for the rainy days, making your money work for you. But this lockdown, it's really the first time in my life that I've experienced, okay, this is what they mean when they say when they said save for the rainy days. This is what it means, and making your money really work for you. So for this lockdown, I'm focused on preparing for my law school. I'm in my final year in law school now, hopefully to be taking the bar examination next year. So I'm very focused on that. At the same time, I am taking this rare chance of having quality time with my youngest at home, really building, just quality and good time with the family.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful, wonderful, fantastic.
Other than that, I believe 2020 is not really the time to be, planning for, do I still want to achieve this? Do I still want to make this big for the business? I don't want to frustrate myself on that for now. I have just really one goal for this lockdown, which is to survive. Every day we see on news, people dying, people being sent to the ICU. And my only goal for now is really just to survive, and for everyone at home to be just safe and safe and sound. That's all. When everything will go back to normal, there I'm going to be back on track.
Wow.
I'm sure.
That's fantastic, fantastic, wonderful, wonderful to hear that. And because of this COVID crisis, a lot of things has changed. You know, the marketplace has changed, the
Right.
economy has changed, and definitely the future is not going to be like the past. So there's going to be a lot more challenges that's going to come up. So my question to you is, how are you and your team geared up to meet those new challenges in the future to serve your clients better?
I think the very important thing that each one of us really get to possess is really being very adaptable. We cannot stick to the old tricks that we used to learn. There are so many things that we need to unlearn because we need to adjust if we want to serve our client better. And there are many things that we need to learn at this time. We don't know if we're going back to the normal days. We don't know anymore which one is normal. Is the new normal or the past one is normal? So just really be very adaptable. And I'm just really very thankful because should I wish to really, decide to push on getting more clients, AXA has been very adaptable to change. AXA was very quick to adapt. Just few days after the lockdown, we have this virtual assistant. Everything is really there. All we need to do is just really to utilize the tool and the team can really just keep going. It's just a matter of you using that, tool that the company is providing.
That's awesome, awesome, fantastic, fantastic. So if someone wants your services, how they can get in touch with you?
Oh, PM is the key. I am on Facebook. You can anytime hit me a message and let me know when you're available to discuss on how I can possibly serve you on your financial needs. Because if you notice, I don't know if you've gone through my LinkedIn and my Facebook, I don't really post and sell a product because I don't think insurance, our policies is like selling just hot cake or whatever product you have in the market because I am a firm believer of financial needs analysis. So when I do meet a client, when I do get to introduce AXA Philippines to my client, it's really a solution based. It's really like a problem based and then I offer solutions to them. So it's really the need base of the client. So I really do this financial needs analysis. I just don't, hey, I have this. You might be interested in checking out this one and then I can meet you.
In fact, that's the right way to do. You find the gaps and you give customized
Right,
solutions. Yeah,
right,
that's
right,
fantastic.
right,
That's
right.
fantastic, fantastic. So,
So
Manilyn, what would be your advice to a newcomer to the field?
my advice, number one, nothing comes easy, I would say, because in many instances, people always say it's so difficult to be a TOT, it's so difficult to be a COT, it's so difficult to be an MDRT, but nothing comes easy. To me, it's just a matter of finding in what you do, does it really pay off to the time that you have sacrificed to be away from your kids, away from your family, sacrificing your time for the business? Does it really like complement the time that you shell out to that? Is it really giving you more? Second is be this is I think this is really what I believe in and I think this is very important. Be intentional in achieving what you want to achieve because you can't be big by doing something small. So be very intentional. If you want to be an MDRT, be intentional about it. Not just I want to be an MDRT, I want to make this sale, I want to be a COT. Be very intentional in what you do because not until you're intentional and you're also doing it, that's the only way of doing things. You just don't like dream. Third is in this industry, I am somehow overwhelmed with how many times we need to listen to inspirational speakers, how many times we get to attend webinars or seminars for us to be motivated. My third advice is make sure that your whys and your dreams for yourself are really big enough that you don't have to listen to other people for you to keep going. Make sure that when you wake up, you know what you want and that find that driving force that even if you don't meet your team, even if you don't get to listen to mentor, even if you don't go to the office on that particular day, you stand up and you know that you need to do something and you want to do it because you have this goal in the end. Focus on yourself. Stop the, unnecessary noise, because I always believe in inner self. Listen to what's in there. Listen to what you want and just focus on that. And always remember, at a time where it's very difficult for you, always go back to, why are you here? Why are you doing it? If it serves the purpose, then well and good. If it's not at the end. So the more reasons that you have to stay there and do what you need to do, because you are not yet there.
Wow, that's really wonderful advice, and it was really wonderful, Manilyn. It was really wonderful talking to you, having this conversation, learning about your story and your journey. Not only making a big impact in the lives of people, but your journey of reaching MDRT, COT, and TOT, and your journey is a true inspiration to everyone else. And definitely the audience that's going to watch this video is going to be inspired by what you said, about the advice that you gave to the newcomers. And I wish you all the very best for your future, not only to grow yourself and keep continuing to do the great work that you're doing and impacting many lives, but also to grow your team bigger, make it a world-class team, and reach out to more people. Reach out to more people and make a bigger impact. And I wish you all the very best.
Oh my God, you really struck me there. Let me focus on becoming a lawyer first. Let me reach the dream for myself, and then I'll get back to you and I'll tell you,
Sure.
Raghu, I'm able to.
I would love to hear your story, once again.
But for now, I want to serve my dreams first for myself.
Great.
I want to be a lawyer so I can better serve my clients.
It was awesome talking to you, Manilyn, and
So I'm talking to you too.
bye.
Thank you. Bye.